Brigitta! Look, I'm here with Valeria.
We practice vals today.
In Valeria's big backyard.
Well, it's not mine. So we have a lot of things we remember. Some of them we can't share, and they are the best memories. But some we can. So I'm going to start by saying, when I met Brigitte, I really needed to study tango still a lot. And she's been a fabulous, generous teacher. She, in 1 hour, wanted to give her like 10 years of knowledge. And she was very systematic in a time where things were not so systematized yet. So it was obviously that she had been thinking things through a lot. And that was very helpful to me, that I was eager to put things in a system because everything was too chaotic, and that helped a lot.
Valeria and I had trouble thinking of what to say for this video because our relationships with you are so broad and deep and long, and it's hard to choose what to talk about for just a minute. So Valeria's talking about when she was learning things from you, and I was just going to mention something a little more recent about when I teach and I have trouble knowing what to teach, because sometimes I get the luck of having a student who's a very good dancer already, and especially if that person's dancing what is often and traditionally called the follower's role, and I'm leading that person, then sometimes I'm not sure what to give them next if they're doing things pretty smoothly. But the trick I do in my mind is I imagine that I'm dancing with you, Bri, and then I can tell the difference, what it would be like to dance with you versus the student who still has a lot of quiet spaces to fill in, where they could be dancing more dynamically or suggesting things in a charming way the way you do. Then I know what to suggest in the next part of the lesson.
So you're the golden standard of dancing, my dear. And I want to say the one thing that came back to my mind first as a memory of Tango Mujer is that when we started, the first show we put together, we wouldn't have been able to put together a show without you, because what we would have ended up with is very nice 3 pieces that had no relation whatsoever, and that we wouldn't even think of costume changes if it wasn't for you. Well, we would just be with one costumes throughout the entire night. And you were the only one in the group with experience of putting shows together that knew how to keep us on a schedule and with very clear goals that sort of like the arc of the entire show, and not just what we wanted to do, that sort of how things should end in a high note and how things should transition mood-wise and costume changes time, and I don't know, thousands of other things that I wasn't thinking at all. And I think another thing that through your experience of dancing with women before we did, was clear from the beginning of Tango Mujer that it wasn't just going to be enough that we were women dancing together, that we had to really use the opportunity to say the things we wanted to say that we usually couldn't say otherwise.
So here in New York, summertime is a time of missing Brigitta and waiting for her to come back and visit us in the fall. And it's true, Valeria and I, of course we can't wait to work with you again, to dance with you again, play with you again, and create with you again, but we also secretly can't wait to just hang out with you and like have brunch and tea and talk and hear all your stories and your travels and what you've been up to. So come visit again soon.
Besos.
Besos.
Ciao.
It's impossible for me to separate my dear friend Brigitta from my dear tango teacher friend Brigitta. So I'm just gonna talk about her as Brigitta. The night I met her, I was very frustrated with tango. I was getting ready to cash it in and go back to swing dancing. And she sort of challenged me. She said, would you be open to trying the close embrace again, and let me see if I can change your ideas about tango. And she succeeded. And after that, I've been listening to Brigitta. And I will say that my tango has evolved, has become more personal and leading, following, adding my personal aesthetic and my response to the music, she's been fundamental in changing that for me. And she's still a very good friend.
Okay, what can I say about Brigitta Winkler? What a fantastic teacher, tango teacher, wonderful person, so generous with her time and her skills and her knowledge. A really unique ability to bring the best out in people. This unique background in body-mind centering. I feel very lucky to have taken classes with Brigitta. I always say only good things have come into my life through Brigitta. She's introduced me to many wonderful people who've become my friends, and also to beautiful places that I wouldn't have been to otherwise. So anybody who has a chance to take classes with Brigitta and spend time with her should take advantage, and I'm sure it will be a fantastic experience. Can't say enough good things about Brigitta. Whenever I dance tango, I always remember little things that I've learned from her, and I feel that Brigitta's spirit is deep in my tango bones, and it's, as I say, only good things have come into my life through Brigitta.
This is the tale of the traveling tango shoes. My first trip with tango was to Brigitta's Berlin. Had a fantastic time. Classes during the day, some at night, went to some outdoor milongas, had a really fantastic time, and this was the beginning of me taking my tango shoes everywhere I go in the world. I've been to some fantastic places, Asia, Africa, all over traveling, and Brigitta started me with my shoes going into my luggage. Thanks, Brigitta.
Brigitta, Tango Mama. We met maybe in 2001. By the time I was in tango for several months, and tango was high mathematics, movements, figures, and ideas, like hopeless attempts to remember all these Spanish words of steps and so on. And then she appeared. She comes to you, she fixes your hair, she embraces you. She showed what does it mean to stay together, to be in the moment, to share. And since that time I'm lost in tango.
I have met a lot of people in tango who know Brigitta Winkler. I happened to meet her in either 2015 or 2016 when she came to Ann Arbor's Fire and Ice Festival. And I picked her up from the airport, and we immediately got into holistic, esoteric conversations about life and dance and et al. I really enjoyed taking classes with her for that same holistic reason. She looked beyond just tango technique into how does a human approach this dance. For example, her concept of the dance of the organs, using the breath and the stomach and the belly and the softness and the warmth. I was also impressed with her teaching in her fierce spirit. She would present a concept or an idea or something to grasp, like an apple, to the student, but she wouldn't give it to the student. She would leave it there for the student to come and take, which I think is necessary for learning. She emboldened you with a courageous spirit like a lion, and left that magic of you as the student figuring it out, really making it something personal, so that you would come and take something away from her lesson that wasn't just her, but it was also uniquely something of your own that you found from the prism of her of her teaching. That is why I love to have Brigitta Winkler as my teacher.
So, Brigitta, who's almost at least 2 decades ago, when I took a class, my very first class with you. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful ride since then to be in your life, to be part of your world, and to have you in my world as my inspiration and my teacher and my leader and my joy. Your vision of the potential for tango and art in my life has been a great gift. You've also given me the gift of so many wonderful friends that you are the connector to. You have a wonderful skill to connect people. And a big part of that is because you are able to teach. I appreciate your teaching so much. I appreciate your ability to share and transfer very wonderful ideas. I appreciate that you launch new ideas. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my teacher. I want many, many more hours, days, and months with you. Much love.
Hello, Brigitta. It's Mila and Danny, my son. We're recording from Salerno, Italy, where I live now. My greetings, my hugs, my kisses to you, and my many thanks for a lot of things that you did for me, for Moscow Tango community, for my teaching, and so many good memories about you, and I wish I could see you more. So long live, long dance. Hope to see you sometime soon. Oh, one thing I want to tell you, Danny, don't hit me. One exercise I still remember and use it in every introductory class I do with absolute beginners is you remember that 4 people or more doing a step together without agreeing who is the leader is genius. Thank you for that. Lots of kisses. Bye.
So something that many people say, but I will say this in my own words, is that to me, Brigitta is the person who connects the dots. You have this magical ability, this superpower of integration, of making it all work together, of making it all have sense, like the body and the mind and the life and the who we are and how we relate to each other. Like somehow in tango with you, that's all just interconnected. Whenever, like with all of my experience, I just need to come back to you from time to time to put it all together. Thank you for that. That's a huge gift you've been given to so many people for all this time. Thanks.